Risky behavior.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Welcome back. This is Risky Behavior. I am your host, Schmelly, aka Mr. Diabolical himself. I am back with the Kendra G Singles live reaction. Today's title is Should Physical Attraction Be a Factor When Dating? Now, for me personally, I think it's very, very, very important factor when it comes to dating. I wanted to start off with a quick 10 reasons why attraction is considered a crucial factor in dating. Now, number one is going to be the initial impressions. Initial impressions is number one. Physical attraction often forms the first impression, influencing feelings of interest and desire. Number two is chemistry. A strong physical attraction can create a sense of chemistry that enhances emotional and romantic connections. Number three, which is a confidence boost. Attractiveness can boost self-esteem for both partners, contributing to a more positive dating experience. Number four is social signals. Physical attraction can signal compatibility and desirability to others, enhancing social status and acceptance. Number five is the biological instincts. Evolutionarily, physical attraction can indicate health and genetic fitness, making it a natural factor in mate selection. Number six is shared interest. People often find others attractive who share similar styles, lifestyles, or interests, reinforcing attraction. Number seven, which is romantic escalation. Physical attraction can facilitate progression in a relationship, encouraging intimacy and a deeper connection. Number eight, which is mutual attraction. When both partners find each other physically attractive, it often leads to stronger feelings and commitment. Number nine is nonverbal communication. Physical attraction enhances nonverbal cues like body language, which can strengthen emotional bonds. Number 10, which is a foundation for compatibility. While not the only factor, physical attraction can serve as a foundation for exploring deeper compatibility in values, goals, and interests. So it's very important to look good to your partner, and that's going to vary because it's subjective. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So the video I'm about to get into is a woman. She seems all right, you know, but she wants a lot when it comes to dating. But um, she's an overweight woman, and she doesn't think her weight should be a factor. So let me go ahead and jump into this video.
What's your name, baby?
Marley,
Marley. Marley, where you calling me from?
Scottsdale, Arizona.
That where?
Scottsdale, Arizona.
Scottsdale, Arizona. Okay. And how old are you?
39.
39. What you do for a living?
I'm a vice president of HR.
Vice president. Okay, vice president. Ooh, chat. You have any kids?
I do. I have a 22-year-old daughter.
Okay. Have you ever been married, Marley?
No,
No. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Taurus. When's your birthday?
May 6th.
Okay, I'm May 7th. We one day apart.
Yes.
Wait, no, I'm older than you. We one day in a couple years. All right, so we got Marley, Scottsdale, Arizona, 39, Taurus, vice president of HR, mom to a 22-year-old, never married. What kind of man you looking for?
A loyal man, one that is ready for commitment.
Okay.
I want to be married. One that understands what partnership looks like. A woman that comes to a relationship, I would say seasoned, right? I'm 39. I am not a young chicken. I want to be a wife. I want to nurture. I want to cater to my man who understands what that looks like. Because that does come along with some requirements.
Okay. What requirements does that come along with?
So if I'm cooking and cleaning and I'm steaming underwear and I'm running bath waters, you would never have to ask me if I'm going to cook. You would never have to ask me to be a woman to do those things. I shouldn't ask you to take the trash out. I shouldn't ask you to be a man. I shouldn't have to ask you to provide and protect because you would never have to ask me to be a woman.
Okay. So provide as in he pays all the bills?
No, I think what works best for us in a relationship, I've done 50-50. I've had a man that was the provider. I think it's really the two individuals that's within that relationship
Okay.
can figure.
So what are your deal breakers?
Um, Men that have children under the age of 13. I don't really want young kids like that. My daughter's grown. Um, Come over here potential. I don't date potential. So if you haven't figured life out by this point, I'm not the girl for you. I'm not going to help you build. I'm not going to help you become established. Come with something because I'm coming with something.
Okay.
And I know it's not going to fare well with the comments.
Okay. So she's not gonna build you up. Be already built.
Be
This
Dutch.
ain't
Yes.
Legos. No, Legos. This ain't Legos. All right, should he look a certain way?
I definitely don't have a preference. I have typically dated big guys, defensive linemen, O linemen. I'm a football girl. So um that's it. As long as I'm attracted to him, I could care less what the world
Okay.
thinks.
What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
Um, yes, at least six figures. He needs to be equally yoked. I'm a vice president. I have 4 degrees. So if that gives you any indication of where I sit, let's be equally yoked in that.
So make
I just want to say that she seems pretty, nice, well-rounded person, in the beginning. I think that the pushback for her came when she mentioned the six figures, uh, along with the fact that she's vice president, fly first class. But I think the way she looks physically is where the pushback comes from.
at least $100,000.
Yes.
So if he made $70,000, should he reach out to you?
You know what? I would say yes. I mean, yeah, he can reach out to me. I'm not gonna say it's a disqualifying factor.
Okay.
What I am say is it's expensive to live life right now. And if we want to live life a certain kind of way with no excuses, it costs.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh, okay. I just had knee surgery last week, so let's
Oh, you can't stand up?
I'm gonna stand up.
Well, if you're in a situation, I'll give you grace.
No. It's okay.
Why did you have knee surgery? What happened?
I tore my meniscus.
Okay.
Plate.
How?
So let's see. Um, so I'm limping.
Okay. You got that. You had a booty in our face for a second. All right. Okay. We see you, Mama. Marley, when was your last relationship?
About 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I think it was January.
January. Okay. They're telling me to ask, do you typically date men that make 100K?
Yeah.
Mona.
I work in sports. So it's not like I don't have a
Shout out to Mona.
of men that I have access to. But what I learned as being a Black executive is you don't play where you. So
I don't know if I agree with that because I tell women all the time, if you around these men, y'all need to lock it in because that's what the other women be doing. The women who don't have the degrees, what they do is their degree is trying to get your coworker. And if you are a person who is surrounded by these 100K men, you need to have the mindset of the other women who
Yeah, what's up, Adrian, Mona, and Adrian. You say she's lying. Yeah. Um, I don't think those men are an option for her. I think she's pretending like she's choosing to turn these guys down. But yeah, I don't think they're checking for her. I don't believe that at all.
to get her husband. You need to get your husband, girl, if you around them all the time.
I think so. I think it's hard when you work with them. I mean, if you're in sports, you're with them 7 days a week sometimes. They become family. They become brothers.
Well, you
and it's
No, but my question was, I asked you, did you date men, not work with them?
no. I said, oh, you said, I thought you said that I dated men and made 100K.
Yes.
And I go, yes, I have.
So you have, okay, so then you have dated the men you work around with at times.
Well, yeah, I've only been in 2 relationships, one for 15 years and one for 3, and they both made 100K.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna do a
Red flag, red flag, red flag.
when she said that when you work around somebody and they become like brothers, they become like family. If you are a single woman that is looking for a guy and you're around these guys that are successful, that makes that money, and you say you got access to them, you can't afford to be getting another brother, another family member. You're supposed to be trying to get your husband. So that just doesn't make any sense to me that you would be around the guys that you want to date, that you want to marry, that you want to have a family with, and you make them your brother. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't think those guys are checking for her. Oh, took the words out of my mouth. Adrian says they're not checking for this overweight woman. She must be they late night hype. Yeah. When nobody else is around, man, you gotta pull that phone out and hit her up. You don't really want to do it, but you ain't got no other choice at that point. It's too late to call anybody else. But you know she up.
Okay. So, and were they co-workers?
No.
Oh, got you. Okay, fair enough. Okay. All right. Did I ask you the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
No, it's fine. It was in January.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Wait.
I would say my patience. I'm a very giving person, and so I expect myself out of individuals. And once you don't show me that, I get turned off real quickly. I walk away. Let's see. I can be a little nonchalant. I guess I could. Sometimes I just like don't really speak up. I'll just walk away from situations without actually talking. And I guess right now being intentional with dating, it has always been a focus to be a mother. Now my career, so being intentional about actually finding a husband could be a priority.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you, sweetie?
I mean, I feel like I'm an overall, all around good person. I definitely don't do drama. I'm not with the arguing. I'm compromising. I'm a girl. I'm a sports girl. I have a PS5. So I feel like I'm very relatable. And again, to know me is to love me. I've never met a stranger. I'm a caring, nurturing kind of person. Sorry, I'm nervous. I didn't got on your show, Lord Jesus. Yeah. I think I come with all the values that men look for, outside of the debate about being a plus size woman asking for 6 figures. I think that debate is crazy.
Wait, what? Okay. What debate?
It's going on in the comments. Being plus size and being 40 and asking for someone who makes 6 figures. Like, why would a man who makes 6 figures want to date a girl that's plus size? I'm like, that debate is old. Like, pick another reason why a plus size woman should ask or require things out of men that she provides. Like, my weight doesn't dictate my worth. So let's stop it with the weight comments. Like, let's be for real.
Okay. I was actually, it's hard for me to read the comments, so I didn't see those comments. But the comments are saying that because you're plus size, you shouldn't request a 6-figure guy. Well, you said you dated 6-figure men. Were you plus size then?
No, I gained a lot of weight over the last year since my original ACL injury. But regardless of like me being 50 pounds lighter and to now I'm the same person.
Well, that is you're the same person, but
I look different.
The thing is, unfortunately, child, that's why I asked you, did you have those same men? So you gained 50 pounds since then. So you don't think that would be a hindrance at all?
No.
For the type of guy that you say you want.
I don't think so, because I mean, if you're only dating me or you're only going to marry me based because I look good in a bikini or I was 50 pounds with a body, what happens when, like what happened, an ACL tear, then a meniscus tear happens, you gain weight because you can't work out. What happens then? You going to leave me? So why?
Yeah, she's saying a bunch of lies. First of all, there's a big difference when you're already with somebody. See, once you've already got that person in the relationship, then it moves from the physical to now you are emotionally, mentally, and financially as a man invested in this woman. So when she gains the weight, you're going to show some grace because it's the person that you love, right? But it don't start off that way. It always starts off as a physical attraction. So what she's saying is bull crap because, oh, if you're only dating me because I'm this certain size, then what happens if I gain weight later on? By the time you gain weight later on, I love you. I've already invested in you. You might have gained weight because you had my children. And for that, I'm going to extend some grace, but not in the beginning. In the beginning, that person has to be physically attracted to you. That is most definitely a factor. It's definitely a factor, and she proved it herself with her own life experience claims. Yeah. Oh yeah. And Mona say, plus size, no, you're obese. Marketing made up that word to sell gluttony. Yes, definitely. Definitely. She's not just plus size. So she's lying. Yo, what's up, Timothy? Your forehead bigger than an extraterrestrial. Yo, do not start today, Timothy. Because last live I almost couldn't complete it, man, because you and Prince was in the chat, man, had me cracking up, man. But yeah, man, this woman, she's full of crack to suggest that her weight should not be a factor because even if she was smaller, she could get big later on. That's a big difference from how you start off. By the time you gain weight in the middle of a relationship, you cannot compare the middle or the end of a relationship to the beginning.
Why is weight a requirement? I think I'm solely on board with preference. I like big boys. Like if you're super skinny, I wouldn't naturally like fully eyes around you. Not to say that you weren't an option, but it's a preference, not a requirement.
Okay, I think this. Let me ask you this. So you said obviously he shouldn't leave you if he gains weight. Now you made it clear his salary is important because you want to live a certain way. So what happens if he loses his salary and no longer can be a 100K man? Do you stay with that man?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a thing to where I don't want men, I not come across men that they see my lifestyle and then they challenge it, right? Why do you have a housekeeper? Why do you do this? I think if you make a certain amount of money and understand that it's not a huge task to have a housekeeper, you wouldn't come in and try to change me. So I think that's where the salary requirement comes. I'm not flying frontier. Don't ask me. Again, it comes along with salary.
Well, you say you're not flying Frontier.
I haven't seen a economy seat in 10 years.
What? Yeah.
Not to be
Don't play with it. Only thing, this is what I say to that. And I think just as absolute you are with certain things, I think men are absolute with certain things too. But we don't ever accept it, right? So I
Exactly. The same way she hasn't seen an economy seat is a lot of men that will say, I've not seen a big woman naked. And she has to accept that. Adrian says, gaining weight because you have a child is not an excuse. It's the lazy cultural acceptance. I do agree with that. I only mean in the beginning when you first having that child, but definitely that is not an excuse to be lazy, to just let yourself go and to give up. And actually I heard and I read somewhere that if you work out while being pregnant, it makes it easier for that weight to fall off, and helps you have a healthier pregnancy as well as when it's time to give birth. So you are correct. So thank you for saying that. I have to correct that because a lot of time we do say things like that, and we'll be preaching laziness, like, oh, you had a baby, so now just be walking around obese. So you correct. Thank you for saying that. Mona said people like her are the ones ready to crash out in the Whole Foods when they see Darren with Stacy, Juliet, and Esperanza. I'm just observing. Hmm. Correct.
hear you and I'm gonna honor you. You like you said, you first class only. Your requirements are your requirements. I don't think there's an overall rule. There's plenty of men who make a certain amount of money who date women who are not thin, right? So we know that to be true. But there are guys who see the thing is all men like to show off stuff, you know? So what I come to learn from hosting this show, rather, weight is a big thing. Like I know we push back on this and we try not to honor it, but it is one of the things for men. Like hygiene is the biggest thing for all, but then weight is also a big factor for men. I don't make the rules, I'm just sharing the data, right? So we could push back all day on it, or we could decide, okay, that's what it is for that. But do I think every man who fits that category is gonna base it off of that? I'm not. I can't say that to be true.
No, I'm not saying that. I just see one comment and I'm like, it's the discussion. Again, I can't see them also. Don't absolutely want to like judge everything that's been said, but that's been some of my experiences is gaining weight. Weight does seem to be a factor in the type of man that the public thinks you deserve. And they do think the thinner women deserve the handsome man, the man that makes a lot of money. And I'm just like, I don't agree with that. That's not something that I subscribe to as a way of thinking. And again, it's just me, my preference.
I got you. All right, well, the time has come. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
Yes.
Okay, what's your name on the app?
My name, Marley.
Spell it for me.
Marli.
What is it?
Marli.
Marli. Okay,
Yes.
let's see if you're the only Marley child. You know we have usernames now too. So when you put in your username, well, how old are you? Oh, that's not you. You can put in your user Marli.
Marli. I think it's Marley.
Marley.
I
think. Okay, this is you, Miss Marley. This is you right here.
Yes.
Okay, you did your username. It's Miss Marley 17. So you can find her, fellas. You can search her by name, Miss Marley 17. Let's get into these photos, child.
Oh.
Okay, Miss Marley. Miss Marley. Ooh. Okay. Let me read something. Human resource. Oh, wait. I just saw a picture. Oh, don't give the sexy look. All right, this is how you find her, fellas. Type in her username, Miss
That
Marley.
wasn't no damn sexy look.
Miss Marley 17, and this is how you spell her. You can see it right there. She's in Arizona. Does the guy gotta be in Arizona?
Not if he's open to a long distance relationship and has the time to know about it. No.
Okay. She's single. She's outgoing HR professional with passion for football and exploring life adventures. Interest football, exploring new experiences. What I'm looking for a genuine connection built on mutual respect. Deal breaker, someone with young children, no men that has not moved past the point of potential in his life. You better come correct for Marley. She ain't playing no games with you. Okay? She's not playing no games with your ass. All right, so you can find her. That's the first photo, fellas, and that's her username. You can type her in the search area and find her right now. All right, honey, you keep me posted how it goes, girl.
I will.
I want to say this though. You have a lot of support. Oh, shoot, this is my boyfriend. All right, I gotta end the show. Let me answer this call. I'll see y'all on Instagram. We're going to Instagram next.
Oh my gosh. Well, I did want to be professional because she thinks that it shouldn't make a difference. I do think physical attraction is very um important, and especially now in the world we live in. Like when I was growing up, I feel like people didn't put that much focus on weight and stuff. It was just this, especially when I was growing up, it was just this thing about get you a big girl, thick, thick, thick. You gotta have a big girl, you gotta have a thick girl. And that's how I grew up. And I think what it did was it pushed this it's okay to be unhealthy narrative around the world, right? And I think that people are pulling back from that and people want to live their lives and be more healthy. Um But I got another video that I want to go to. So hold on.
Hello? Girl, you put on your makeup. You get beautiful, girl.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I see why people be off track. I get it now. Yeah, I'm taking myself on a date and I was watching it. I'm new to watching your show and I've kind of been hooked for a week. Whenever you started YouTube, that's how long I've been watching.
Well, I appreciate you being hooked. Someone says I'm blurry. I'm blurry. Let me see if
you are a little blurry. I didn't know if that was my phone. I got stuck in.
They're saying I'm blurry. Well, I'm hoping it has to be the Wi-Fi. Hopefully.
Okay, well, I'm done. I'm done.
Hopefully that gets fixed in a second or two. It shouldn't be blurry, but I'm not sure. I just plugged my computer in. What's going on with that? Oh, my computer ain't even plugged into the damn computer. What the hell? Child, listen, I got a ghetto moment happening right now.
It's okay.
All this time, I thought my computer was charging.
You know what else? I don't know if somebody ever told you. When you get on YouTube, I can hear you praying.
You hear me praying? Oh, really?
Yeah.
So before I put go live, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, you can hear Ann Steve. So I don't know. Be careful with that one. You might get caught. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, shit. I got to make sure I don't say nothing too crazy because I think that's my alone time. But I'm happy you told me. Nobody ain't ever told me that before.
Well, I got your back, Kendra, because when you was like, bitch, I was over here cracking up. I'm like, oh my God.
Let me stop.
Okay, so I'm going to put my stuff up because I got a reservation at 10:30.
Wait, so I want to jump off. You said you got a reservation with yourself?
Yeah, I'm taking myself. Well, I do have a business where that's why I got interested in your show, because I have a small business where I help people plan their date nights, proposals, and small intimate weddings. So when I seen this, it really got my attention because that's kind of sort of what I do on the person side, not like virtually, obviously.
Wait, I'm confused. Well, my show is about finding love. Are you looking for a man? No.
So I get the people who are already in love. And
okay, but I'm trying to figure out, are you looking for love?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into your business.
Yeah.
What's your name, baby?
I'm Charisma.
What is it?
Oh, also I'm playing this video. I have a closing argument that I wanted to make, and I wrote it up because I want to make sure I say it in a way that is not arguable, because I don't want people to say, "Oh, you just said it mean." So I made sure I said it in the nice possible way. But this is another woman. She's a mom of 4, and she doesn't think that she should be judged for her past decisions. Also, another, as you can see, overweight woman. So
Charisma. Yes.
Charisma, where you calling us from?
Detroit, Michigan.
Your hair is laid, honey.
I just colored it and got it done, so I'm taking myself out. Thank you.
You taking yourself out on a date tonight?
You gotta date yourself.
Okay, I feel that. Where are you going?
I'm in Detroit, so they have like this little place downtown called Shelby, and it's like inside of an old bank.
Okay. She's taking herself out on a date. Charisma, Detroit. How old are you?
I am 31.
31. You have any kids?
I do have kids.
No kids.
No. I said I do have kids.
How many kids?
I have 4 boys.
4 boys. How old are your boys?
I have an 8-year-old, 2 5-year-olds, and a 1-year-old.
How do you have 2 5-year-olds? They're twins?
Yes.
Okay, and a 1-year-old. Same dad?
No. Red flag, red flag, red flag.
I have 3, Kendra.
3 dads. So why do you not?
Red flag, red flag, red flag.
The truth or a lie? Which one?
The truth.
It was
4 kids, red flag. Different fathers, red flag. She get 2 off top.
The one night stand.
A one night stand and you got pregnant?
I did.
Do y'all co-parent well?
No.
Well, I guess you can't be mad at him because you
didn't
know.
Not mad. No, right. Not mad at all. He made a decision that he didn't want to be involved, and I made a decision that I wanted to keep my child.
Ooh, child. Well, you can still keep him liable for child support.
You can, but I mean, here's the thing about that. As a woman, that's the first thing they expect us to do. Or
the child support's not about you though; it's about the child.
It's not, but then that's a whole different kind of conversation. So if a man say he doesn't want a baby, a lot of men feel like if they don't want a baby, they don't feel like they should be financially responsible or involved, right?
I don't care what you feel like. The baby.
Me either. Yeah, me either.
I mean, both of you guys set yourself up for that predicament, right? So How old was he? I'm assuming he wasn't underage. He knows what happens when you have sex without condoms. And I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying he has to be in a child's life. I think he should man up to his responsibilities. But child support is about giving your child a better opportunity. Two
Yeah.
incomes are always better than one, right?
Right.
So I wouldn't look at it like from your perspective, look at it from the child's perspective. At the end of the day, he helped you raise the child. Granted, he didn't want to be a father, but he helped you create the baby. And so that it is what it is.
Yeah. It's not about perspective to me because at the end of the day, I'm taking care of my child. So
Okay. Well, let's keep going. Why are you not with
yeah.
the twins' father?
Um. See, that's the part of your show that I always be concerned about, and I get nervous because of myself too. Because stuff happens with people, and it could be going great, and then when a child come along, people can change based on how they feel or how they are with responsibility to that new phase of life. So it just didn't work out.
So there's the deal. As a woman, I know how to ask guys question because I'm a woman. So a lot of times the things that I want to know, I can speak from a woman's perspective. When I try to talk to the women, because I'm assuming you're here for a man, right?
Right.
I like to ask the questions I think are important to guys.
I get you.
So men would like to know, like, okay, if I'm gonna deal with this woman and she has three children's dads, what was that circumstance? So I can see before I add myself to her. So
Right.
that's why I'm asking about that. You do have two kids, well, three kids under
Three.
the age of 5. Your oldest is 8.
Yes.
Okay, so let's keep going. You told me, what do you do again?
I can't see why she wouldn't get that. You have 4 children. The oldest one is 8. 3 different men. I don't know why anybody would want to sign up for that. That's a big that's a big deal. And you're here trying to find somebody else. I just don't think that should be your focus. You have very young kids. I just think that you should take a break from dating. I don't think that you know how to do it because you've done the same thing with 3 different guys and it's resulted in you having 4 children. You should not be dating right now. You should just continue. She says she's getting ready to take herself out on a date, and that's what she should probably continue to do. Because coming on and telling your story right now, you have to know that you're not going to get anything but negativity. And I don't think any I just don't think a decent guy, a guy that you want, that good guy in your life, is going to come in there and sign up for what you have. I don't know why she's doing this to herself.
I'm an event planner basically. So
Event
I
planner.
plan day nights, proposals, and small intimate weddings.
Okay. Event planner, when's your birthday or zodiac sign?
April the 18th.
That's what zodiac sign is that?
It's an Aries.
An Aries. All
Mhm.
right. This is Charisma Detroit. She's an Aries, an event planner, 31. She has 4 boys actually,
I
eight
do.
2-year-old twins, 5-year-old twins, and a 1-year-old. What kind of man you looking for?
So far, I haven't been picky. So maybe that's my issue.
You
I
said you have not been picky?
I haven't. I haven't been
Okay,
picky
so now
at
you
all.
want to be picky. So tell me what you desire
Picky as
now.
far as obviously I don't mind dating someone who has kids.
Mona says to go a dark route. Many women have children as an insurance policy for themselves in case they do not get their dream man. Purposefully dumb down the children to keep them docile, independent. You know what? I don't think that's necessarily a dark path. I think there's truth to that. I've seen that. Um, I got a friend of mine that was like that I knew. I was like, why do you want to have another kid? You already have one. You don't think you want to get married, but I've heard him say that, well, I still want to have a kid. I want to have they want to have the kid to love them. That's what I hear them say. Like, oh, I want to have a kid because I want to experience that true love. And so they're trying to get from that kid the love that they want from that man, that dream man that you said in this comment. And I think that's dangerous. I think it's sick. I don't think any kid um could live up to that, you know. That's why you have all these young men that grow up that say, hey, I bought my mama a house, I bought my mama a car. Why? because they didn't have a daddy to do that. It should have been your dad bought your mom a house, your dad bought your mama a car, but you have these kids growing up having to do what the husband or the father should have been doing. It's just sad. And another red flag for her is she's got a 1 year old. I don't think anybody should any woman that got a 1 year old kid should not be out here dating. They shouldn't at all. I'm totally against that. You got a 1 year old. You just gave birth to another man's kid and you're out here trying to find another one.
Okay.
And I would prefer someone who is a full-time parent, not like a weekend parent or something like that.
So you want somebody that already has kids that's a full-time parent?
Yes.
Okay. So you want somebody, so does that mean the kids live with them already?
It could be either or.
Okay. Okay. What else?
I'm not really picky. I'm okay with people being from different backgrounds and accepting them for who they are, respectable people. Obviously, if I have sons, someone that could be a possible decent male role model or male figure. But
Okay. Are you picky when it comes to ethnicity? Does he have to be a certain race?
no, I haven't dated outside of my race, but I'm not picky with that either.
Okay. So he doesn't have to be. So he doesn't have to be black.
No,
Do you have any strong deal breakers?
lying, people that don't take care of their children. I'm not a big smoker or drinker, so I'm not truly against it, but I would prefer not to. What else? If you've been a murderer or serious felonies, like that kind of stuff, obviously. But other than that, no, I'm very open-minded. We put limitations on the type of people that we involved ourselves with. Sometimes I would get it for like if you don't want to be involved in criminal activity or something like that, but I feel like we should give different people a chance.
Okay. So no criminal activities under the right circumstance.
No.
Did she just say we should give different people a chance? Girl, you give too many people a chance. You got 4 kids, 3 baby daddies.
Criminal activities.
Oh, I thought you said we should give them a certain chance. I got confused.
No. I'm just saying we should allow different type of people. So if I just say, hey, I only want a tall guy, I only want this, da 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 da. What if the person that I'm supposed to be with is actually short or big or whatever, and they might be good for me, but I overlook them because of my preferences.
Oh, I get what she's saying. Well, she can't be too picky anyway at this point in her life. So.
Got you. I feel you on that. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
No, but at least be able to take care of himself.
Okay. Do you have a babysitter all the time? You said you're going out on a date tonight on a Thursday night. You got a babysitter on deck?
I'm taking myself on a date, Kendra.
I know, but who's
my kids. Yeah, I have a nanny.
You have a nanny?
I do.
Okay, well, she got a nanny. So that means you have someone that will allow you to date.
Yep.
Okay, she got a nanny. Does the guy got to be in Detroit?
No, not at all.
Does it have to be in Detroit? Okay. You said he can have kids himself, right?
Yes.
So when was your last relationship?
I've never seriously been in a relationship, like a committed one. I've had the situationships, and yes, I do have children, but it wasn't because they were like committed relationships.
So all the guys that you have kids by, I know the last one you said it was a one night stand. What about the 5-year-old dad?
I didn't require a relationship. I just wasn't interested in it myself. I didn't know if that's what I really wanted.
And is that true for the 5-year-old's father too?
I tried with him, but he was like a mom's boy, like a mama boy. Okay. Whatever. And so I'm
so the 8-year-old father, you didn't require a relationship with him either?
No, we tried. It just, we weren't compatible.
So what does try mean? Because
we dated and we tried to do the relationship thing, but I wasn't interested.
So are you interested now?
Yes, I am interested in trying a relationship, trying to have a committed relationship because I just wasn't interested in it before.
You know what? I understand that to a certain degree, right? Your first child, I get it. But I'm wondering why, after you had a baby the first time, why the next 2 men you had children with, it wasn't, at least for you, a requirement for a relationship.
Could you say that again? Was the child a requirement for the
No, what I'm
relationship?
saying is, listen, we all do life, right? And nobody's perfect, so it's not necessarily a judgment cast, but I'm curious because you're saying you have 4 children and you're being honest that you didn't require a relationship with any of the children's dads. You have 3 different dads. So my question is, after you had a baby by your first child's father, the child now is 8, why didn't you get in mode before I have another child, I need to at least be in a relationship? Why wasn't it a requirement with any of the children's fathers, but now you want to make it a requirement for a relationship?
No, it's not. I'm not making it a requirement now, like saying that, oh no, it gotta be this way, because obviously if I've done it in the past, but you have experiences and you learn from your experiences. When I was dating, whether or not it got serious or not, during that time I had a child, I chose to be more responsible in my decisions of having the child or whatever. Because most people be like, oh, have an abortion or whatever like that. But at the time, my choice, my personal choice, or whether or not me and the father agreed, we decided to have a child. And then after that, yeah, of course, you may not want to make the same mistake again, but sometimes you can't control every single aspect of life. And then once you go through life, if it happens again, per se, like I had another child, no, I wasn't planning on being in a situation again where we weren't a family and we weren't committed to each other, but it
Well,
just
let
happened.
me ask you this: were you guys using protection? Was it an accident, like you got pregnant, or was you not on birth control?
With
You
my
wasn't.
with my twins, yeah, I used the condom, took a Plan B, all that stuff. I mean, some stuff just supposed to happen at that point. So I'm not going to be like, oh, I can never try to date again because I had kids. And sometimes that's how dating is. When they look at you because you have children, it's like, okay, well, you got kids and this, that. Or people feel like your decisions on why you had your children versus someone who decide why they don't want to have a child. It just depends based on the person's circumstances at the time.
No, I
I just don't understand, like, how do she's just not taking no accountability at all. Like, you can't just say things happen with a kid. You sitting there, your belly's growing, all the morning sickness, the hormones changing, the giving birth process. That's not just something that just happens like that, especially when you're talking about having 4 children, and then you got um 3 different men. It, it's just crazy. Women's greatest weapon is deception. I do think she is being a bit deceptive, and she's trying to act like what she did was a small thing. She brings up, well, I didn't get an abortion, so she wants you to give her a round of applause and a pat on the back. I mean, okay, cool. What does that have to do with anything? When you talk about you getting out here dating and you want to appeal to a man and you come with all these baggage. I understand they're your children, so they're a blessing to you, but not necessarily to the next person that's coming into the picture. Is that not only do I got to deal with 4 children, but you also got to deal with the fact that you got 3 baby daddies. I just think it's weird, and she acts as if it's just something that can just happen, as if she had no control over it at all. And she's got every excuse in the world. Oh, we did have protection. Oh, I did. I tried to Plan B. Well, I don't know, girl. Maybe just stop having sex. There's no way in hell that should have happened. Because one, she has a set of twins, so there's no way that should happen 3 times. It's like crazy. Definitely the first time, okay, you got duped, but after the second time, I think you should have stopped yourself and said, "Hey, I need to watch what I'm doing. I'm going down a path that may not be in the best interest of me going forward."
get that. So let me ask you this: you said you couldn't control. Moving forward, will you require a commitment before sex?
Yes.
So
Not
that
like not like personal commitment, like I'm dating more with purpose, basically.
well, no, I don't think it's a bad requirement for a woman to say, if I'm sleeping with you, I'm your girlfriend.
Yo,
Or
no,
say,
that's not bad at all. But I mean, I'm an adult, so I got needs and wants and stuff too. So I'm not. I
so
gotta
now,
be.
so I'm guess I'm asking. Okay, well, let's jump into this question fast. When was your last relationship? Was it because you didn't? Oh, so you never was in a
Right, I was
relationship,
saying I've never been in a serious
right?
one.
Okay, so when was the last time you was intimate with a person?
It's been about 3 months.
3 months. So okay, so it's fair to say that you're still willing to have sex without a commitment.
That's fair to say.
I think if you want to be in a relationship, that should be your new rule. Because now, and this should be a rule for any woman, because what happens is this, and it's only if you have a requirement of a relationship. There are some women who are just getting it in. They don't want a relationship. They want to have fun. That's what they are. More kudos to you. But you'll see there's tons of men that will have sex with you.
Right.
But there's not tons of men always that are willing to commit in a relationship with you. And if having a relationship is important, maybe just try it out and say, if I can't be your girlfriend, I can't have sex with you.
But
And
do you think that's what it is? Do you
absolutely, absolutely. You're
100%. You think that okay? Of course, when you're dating someone,
you wouldn't have the kids you have right now if that was your requirement.
not necessarily true.
Okay,
I'm personally saying.
Did she just say that's not necessarily true? Kendra said if you kept your legs closed and required commitment, you wouldn't have those kids. She says it's not necessarily true. What are you talking about? It most absolutely is true. That is a sad thing to say. That is very sad that you can say that you got 4 children by 3 different men, and then in the same breath say, I've never been in a relationship. That is effed up. That's sad. That's sad. That you gave one of the greatest gifts that you can give a guy for nothing. For nothing. The greatest thing you can do, you sit there, you get pregnant, all the sacrifices that you have to make, you can't work as much, you gotta sit there, give birth, you do all that, and that guy ain't even give you a damn relationship, even say he was your boyfriend. And that's sad that you did that back to back to back.
That I was not in a relationship or interested in a relationship at that time. I was young, having fun, whatever. My goal wasn't, hey, I'm ready to do this at that moment. That's just wasn't my personal interest. But during that time of maturity, okay, hey, yes, regardless if I had children or not, I just wasn't mature enough for a relationship. Now that I've had the experience, it's like, okay, hey, yes, I'm considering this. These are the things that I'm interested in now. It doesn't matter if I was interested in being sexually active or not. It doesn't matter if that what it was. It's just that wasn't my interest at the time.
Well, the reason why it should matter is because now you're single looking for another guy to enter your life, and he got to accept you with 4 boys. And he also has to be like, okay, you had 4 boys, you have 4 boys. I'm quite sure they're beautiful boys and they're blessings. But because you didn't require commitment from any of your 3 baby daddies, you're looking for a new guy to sign up and join life.
No. See that's the way I think that's the way guys think. I'm starting to think.
Well, don't you want to hear what guys think? You looking for a guy or a woman?
No, but when you say it that way, it does sound very negative.
Well, that's the way guy. But you just said that's the way.
Yeah, it is. That is exactly the way that.
And the reason, let me tell you this: the reason why guys think this way, and I dig deeper with it. Any real man is going to be a provider,
right?
So his mindset is, am I willing to provide for you
and the children
that comes with it? And that's the kind of man you would want to acquire.
Right.
So any real man is thinking about that. That's why sometimes some men say, I don't want women with children or multiple men. And then also he has to say, I don't know the situation with your 3 baby daddies. Are they cool? Are they going to give me drama? Am I going to be arguing with 3 different men? So whether you want to accept it or not, you do got to understand the guy's perspective when he comes into your world.
I do. And I totally understand what you're saying.
Right. And that's so, I mean, listen, life is here. You know, I'm quite sure, like I said, you have 4 beautiful boys and we can move forward. I'm not even saying there's not a man that won't sign up for that.
Right.
But you do got to acknowledge why there would be caution for certain men who would not be willing to sign up for that.
Totally understandable. And people have their own preferences.
Gotcha. But so moving forward, I guess the question that kind of got us here, you don't think it's important to make it a requirement to be in a relationship before sex?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said that I know from me, myself, and my experiences that that's what I'm looking for now.
Okay. Since the last 3 months, because 3 months ago you were still on that. I'm just trying to understand.
But what I'm saying, because it's like, it's nothing wrong with being an adult and being sexually active and protecting yourself and enjoying yourself or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having children. There's nothing wrong with dating when you have children. There's nothing wrong with whatever. But at the end of the day,
Did she just say that lie? That bold-faced lie? No, there is nothing wrong with having children, just in general, just having kids, right? It's not like it's against the law. It's not like it's a sin, but it is something wrong when your children, and I know that's got to be an awkward feeling, right? You have 4 children, they don't have the same dad, they only share a mom, and their fathers are not in their lives. There's something wrong with that. And that's the selfishness of it because you're deciding for your children that you don't need no dad, you don't need no structure. We good. I feed you, don't you? You got a roof over your head, don't you? I put clothes on your back, don't I? If you say there's nothing wrong with that, it is something wrong with that. What are you talking about? You said your kids don't have their father, and then you don't even require the guy to pay child support or anything. How can you sit there and say there's nothing wrong with that? Right? And you're on here looking for a man because you don't have one, but you got children, but you don't have a man. So now you're online looking for a man. And then you say, well, there's nothing wrong with having sex, and having fun. Obviously, it is something wrong with doing that if it leads to you being irresponsible and having children that have different fathers that don't have their fathers in their lives. And now you got to look for a guy to come into your life and accept that. So it is something wrong with what you're doing. But I think people tend to be defensive because nobody's saying you're an evil person necessarily or saying you're a bad person, but you got to say that, hey, the decisions you were making is wrong. Because some people are just naive. It's not all there, and I can get that. So they're not necessarily a terrible, bad, evil person or something, but you got to be honest and say that you made some stupid decisions. And at least say the decisions were wrong.
it's just what you are on at that time. At this time, I said, hey, I'm looking for something more serious and I want to behave in a certain manner. And that's what it is. Because I can be like, okay, the first thing men say, like I've seen on this show since I've been watching this week, if a woman has children and she'd be like, okay, well, I want to abstain until I get married. They're like, well, why you want to abstain with me when you already have children? But what's wrong with change or, just trying out
Because
something
what he's
different?
saying, because what that guy's perspective is, so basically, you want to give me requirements that you didn't
Right.
give the last guy and not even, and in your case, not the last guy, the last 3 guys.
Kendra.
Well, we speaking factual, right?
Kendra.
So no, you trying to because I think what's happening is you're not understanding the guy's perspective of why that would be crazy.
I understand. I'm very open-minded. I understand people's perspective. I can talk about it. It's not a problem.
Well, let me ask you this: why do you want a committed relationship now?
Because I haven't experienced it. So I'm interested in having the experience. I want to be in love. I want to be married. I want to try it. But like I said, you have to develop that, even the idea of wanting it. You can't just jump into it.
So why do you want that idea now?
Why do I want it now?
Yeah.
I'm older and I'm mature enough.
Okay. Or now.
So you didn't want to be older and mature enough before you became a mom, but you got to be older and mature enough to get a relationship. People be putting the cart before the horse, man. I swear.
Do you see how maybe important it is to have a partner when it
Can you
comes
hear
to?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think
Somebody
I'm
was calling. I
blurry,
can't
and I
hear
don't know
you.
why
Can
I'm
you hear me?
blurry. Yeah, everyone's telling me I'm blurry. I don't understand why I'm blurry. But
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can y'all hear me in the comments? Are y'all able to hear me in the
Oh my God.
comments?
Did y'all see
Let me
that?
know if you guys can hear me in
Hold
the
on, hold on.
comments. I think
Somebody
I'm
was calling. I
blurry,
can't
and I
hear
don't know
you.
why
Can you
I'm
hear me?
blurry. Yeah, everyone's telling me I'm blurry. I don't understand why I'm blurry.
Watch this.
But
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can y'all hear?
Look at that clickbait photo she got as her profile picture. Ooh, I think this show got cut short. Whatever, they had some difficulties. And Kendra, her camera being blurry like that. You know how you get something in one of your eyes and you got like that blurry vision? That's how I felt looking at this video.
Hear me in the comments? Are y'all able to hear me in the comments? Let me know if you guys can hear me in the comments. She said she can hear me.
Nope.
Anywho, that is the end of that's the end of that. Well, the title of this show was Should Physical Attraction Be a Factor When Dating? I think everything is a factor when dating. Okay, especially if you're dating with a purpose, dating to get married, to find somebody that you want to settle down and have children with. Everything is a factor down to religious beliefs, everything. Um, how you look physically, your mental, where you at, are you stable? Are you somebody that they call it emotional intelligence? I just saying somebody that can control their emotions, not lash out in anger, somebody that knows how to solve problems and things that you're going to go through in a relationship up and down. When you have children, how does this person think when it comes to religion and spirituality? Because you got to think about, you have to install that into your children, as well as what are their how do they feel about education? Is that important to them, right? Because that's something else you have to instill into your children. So everything is a factor when it comes to dating. It just is everything. And marriage, look, let me say something. Marriage is so hard, it's so complicated. Everything has to just line up correctly in order for it to happen. And so that points to the fact that everything is a factor. Of course, this was another woman. Um, they didn't get to the whole, I don't think they got to the physical attraction part, but once again, this was another woman. Well, I'm sure that the weight, the body thing would have came up in the comment section. And the woman that we looked at before this one says that her weight should not be a factor when it comes to dating and stuff. So anyway, I am about to get off because I'm about to go eat, but I did want to read out 10 reasons why a person may not want to date someone who is overweight. Number one, health concerns. Some individuals may associate being overweight with health issues, leading to concerns about compatibility and lifestyle choices and long term well being. Number two is physical attraction. Personal preferences and physical appearance can influence dating choices, and some may not find overweight individuals physically attractive. Number three is societal pressures. Societal norms and media portrayals often emphasize a certain body type, leading some to feel pressure to conforming to these ideals when selecting partners. Number four is lifestyle differences. Individuals may perceive that there could be lifestyle differences such as activity levels or dietary habits that could impact their relationship. Number five is stereotypes and stigmas. Negative stereotypes about overweight individuals can create biases, leading some to avoid dating them based on preconceived notions. But I said earlier before, when I was growing up, that necessarily wasn't true. There was a push for give it up for the big girls, get you a thick woman, big women do it best. It was a whole Big woman versus skinny woman war. If anybody remembers when Monique the comedian first came out, that was something that she capitalized on in her comedy and in her performances and in the movies and shows that she was on. Number 6 is fear of judgment. Some may worry about how others will perceive their relationship, fearing social stigma or judgment from friends and family. Um, which is true. You do not want to be the guy that pulls up with the woman. She's big, she's overweight, she might got a cute face. And especially in the last video we watched, you pulling up with somebody, you telling your friends about this girl you met, you pull up, then you got to explain to them she got 4 kids. Then they ask you, oh, okay, was she married? You're like, nah, she wasn't married. They got, 3 different baby daddies. We have to stop pretending like we're not human. People are going to worry about things. People don't want to introduce you to their family and have to say those things about you. So they just rather avoid it. Number 7, past experiences. Previous relationships or experiences may shape preferences, leading individuals to avoid dating those who remind them of negative past encounters. Um, I'm pretty sure if you dated somebody that was unhealthy before and you saw how it was an issue that was affecting them, you most definitely you would try to avoid that in any other future relationship. Number 8, desire for active lifestyle. Individuals who prioritize physical fitness and outdoor activities may seek partners who share similar interests and energy levels. I've been seeing that a lot when I watched Pop the Balloon. When you got the guys that come in there that work in the gym, like one guy, he was a personal trainer. He prefers to have a woman that's into going to the gym because that's a part of his life. That's something that he does every day. And he would like to be with somebody that takes health just as seriously as he does. Number 9, which is emotional factors. Concerns about potential emotional baggage or self-esteem issues related to weight can can deter some from pursuing a relationship. Oh man, that might be one of my favorite ones. Emotional factors. Let me tell you something. I was much younger. I was dating this young girl and she had a bit of a weight problem. She wasn't ugly or nothing or built bad or anything. It was well proportioned, but she stated herself that she wanted to get her weight down before it got to a point where it was ridiculous. Now, she was actively working out and I thought it was cool because um, for a date, her idea was to go and work out. She said, "Hey, you know what? For a date, we ain't even got to do much. We can maybe pick up something to eat, and then, something a little small, something to eat or snack on, and then let's go work out." And I was like, "Cool, I'm down for that," you know. But you know why it fell apart? She was highly insecure, and it became irritating to the point where I was like, I can't do this. She's gonna have to date somebody after she gets to where she wants to be in her life. Number 10, which is personal preferences. Ultimately, everyone has their own preferences and attractions, which can be influenced by a variety of factors, including physical appearance. And that is very true. Honestly, I don't know why this would be the woman in the first video. And if you didn't see that, of course, rewind and go rewatch it. But she didn't seem to understand why her weight would be an issue. But I often hear women talk about men and their health issues, and I don't think men get up in arms about it. Men know for a fact how some you have men out here having heart attacks. Um, I know someone personally has had no, actually one, two, 3 people personally that I know that have had strokes and things like that that affects us. I don't know why when you tell a woman your weight is an issue or is a factor, I don't know why they take it so hard. And now, to be totally honest, it could be because I can get the unrealistic beauty standards that are pushed onto women, so they always associate their weight with their beauty. I think that they would take it better if they would associate that weight with their health. You want your partner to be alive, to be able to be there for you and to be there with you. You don't want them passing away too soon. And so weight is definitely a factor. And I think real men, I'm not talking about immaturity. I'm talking about real men that, hey, I want to be with somebody that's healthy. And your weight says to me that you're not healthy. Um, that may give you complications later on in life. It could give you complication when it comes to us wanting to have children and you wanting to give birth. So it is a big deal. It really, really is. And you know what's another thing? I said when it comes to religion, that's a big deal when having children with people because you want to a lot of people want to pass down their beliefs to their children. So your religion, cultural things culturally that you want to pass down, right? So, and it could be religion or spirituality, which whatever people believe. Even if it's atheism, that may be something that you want to pass down and teach to your kids. But also, it's health. What kind of food are you going to be feeding me and my children? And so, um, you know, but I thank y'all all for tuning in. I just think that physical attraction, I think, triggers a lot of emotions and thoughts in people. And so I just think it's a deeper conversation that people usually talk about. They just talk about the physical attraction they kind of associate with, oh, who who do you want to have sex with? Who turns you on? And I think it's so much bigger than that because physical attraction could trigger thoughts in your mind. Well, hey, this person looks healthy, this person is healthy, this person fits my lifestyle. And so physical attraction is bigger than the whole sexual thing or the unrealistic beauty standards that um, a lot of people attach to it. And once again, I think that's why a lot of women take it the wrong way when you say, hey, you know, your weight is a factor. It just is. So appreciate you all coming through. If you like the content, feel free to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. I go live all the time on the weekends. Every now and then during the week, feel free to get in the comments. Let me know what you think. I don't ask for no money or no donations or anything like that, but if you could help me out, hit the like button, share a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. This is risque behavior, and I am about to get out of here. I appreciate you all very, very, very much. So I'm out of here, man. Risky out.
Risky behavior.